moving fast, faces pass and I'm homebound.
Well, for this round of Hot Topics, we are joined by Kathryn Lyons, the managing editor for FamousDC. And this is something we were actually all just talking about, and that's the dockless transportation craze that's kind of come to the DC area. You guys just did a story on it.
We did. It's hard to miss because it's literally everywhere. Yeah. And that's kind of what sparked our attention in the first place, were these bikes and scooters that were just placed randomly.
Right.
But, you know, DC is a city that needs a lot of methods of transportation. I mean, we've got so many people, and between driving and the metro breaking down, we need something reliable. So you're seeing a lot of dockless bikes, which are these bikes that you can, I mean, there's guidelines, but if you look at it from the surface, it just looks like a bunch of bikes that are on the ground.
It's really like trashy, because you see like that, you see them just like thrown everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the problem with it is, you know, in theory, it's a good idea on paper, like having access to these bikes and scooters, but we're humans and we literally ruin everything. We ruin everything, and you know, you're going to have people that just toss it somewhere, that are going to leave it, you know, in a place that's more convenient for them when it's really not the right place to leave it. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't look very nice. People, clean up your mess.
I would say we can't have nice things, because when you go to New York, I don't see bikes just lying around. You know, like they actually put them back in little docks. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you would think that would take care of it because it's more affordable. It's easy exercise. Like you said, when the metro is unreliable, you can hop on a bike or a scooter.
Yeah, and it inspires a lot of good things like exercise and you know, health and wellness. But yeah, I mean, I think it's up to us. So it's in a testing period right now, and I think come August they'll revisit the situation. And I think I like the bike riding thing. I'm not sure about the dockless thing. I think a few things need to change if it's, you know, going to be permanent and actually like worth it.
For some, I was going to
no, go ahead.
I was going to say, for someone who's never actually utilized these dockless bikes, little scooters and whatnot, how does one, you just pick it up, or is there like an app? Do you pay?
It varies by company. I think most companies have an app that you put on your phone, and it's got one of those scan codes, and you kind of match it up and it unlocks it.
All right.
And that's how you would access it.
Yeah, it'll send you a code, and you can just walk up to any bike that's lying around or a scooter, and you literally just like put your phone over it, and it registers that it's given you a code that you've paid to use it, and that's how you kind of unlock it.
First you pick it up off the ground.
Yes.
So are you like searching for these like random bikes and scooters that are just on? Is there like a locator?
I'm sure there's a map that, there's a map.
It's like,
clearly there needs to be a story done on this, on like how to use it. All right, well, another day and then another millennial story. This time, a study revealing how much financial help millennials get from their parents after turning 21.
I got zero.
Same.
53% of millennials received money for things like cell phones, rent, gas, groceries, and health insurance. 37% said they get cash assistance monthly. 59% said they get just a couple times a year. 35% of millennials are still living with their parents, and folks at Country Financial Security Index say young people are graduating with a debt load that generations before them just haven't seen. And that last statement I absolutely agree with. Talking about this yesterday, the fact that college tuition is astronomical at this point, and the first job you get is not even going to be a quarter of what you paid for 1 year of college tuition. So maybe that's why, you know, I had scholarships going to school. Maybe that's why I didn't have a lot of help from my parents. I didn't need a lot of it. But yeah, maybe that's the kind of the skew for this next generation, is that they have college debt.
Crippling debt.
Yeah, but millennials relying on their parents. Mom, I'm just kidding. I'm totally just kidding. No, I think there's a good point to the whole being in debt from college tuition. You know, it's going to obviously have kids, you know, wanting their parents' help. But, you know, I got to say, between my friends at least, we don't really talk about that a whole lot. I think there's a part of you that wants to appear at least like financially independent. Like, I got this. Like, no, I don't need gas for my parents.
Right.
I might have a gas card, but in my defense, my parents don't know about that. But yeah.
They don't realize they're still paying for it.
Yeah, just kidding.
No, it's true though. I mean, I didn't have student loans. Like I had scholarships, and then my parents paid for my college. So they were like, "This was your gift. This was your help." figure it out, you know.
Yeah.
And luckily, I had a full-time job coming out of college, so I did have health insurance with that. But I get health insurance is expensive.
Oh, I mean,
you know, it's like when you look at this generation, what they have to deal with, the bills stack up quickly,
So fast.
Right.
quickly, and the salary isn't keeping up.
No, not
you
at
know?
all.
So, all right.
We feel you. I think that's the first chat segment we've ever done where we're like, oh, we feel you, millennials.
Yeah.
We don't hate you.
Thank you. Oh, finally.
9:35.